What's up everyone and welcome to LahvUs. You guys are in for quite the treat because for the next month we'll be posting a new keto cake recipe every single week. We'll be kicking this off with one of Rebecca's favorite cakes, a keto coffee cake by Kiro at recommended.tips. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're keto. We have tons of keto recipes already and we're going to be bringing you guys some keto information, so you're not going to want to miss out on any of that.
So this was the best looking keto coffee cake I could find on the internet. It involves 2 layers, the base and a delicious looking cinnamon filling. So first you're going to want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees and grease a cake pan, preferably a dark metal pan. First we'll have to separate our eggs. So we have 6 egg yolks and 6 egg whites. So we'll be starting off with just the 6 egg yolks and add in a 1/4 cup of erythritol. We'll add in a 1/4 teaspoon of liquid stevia, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 cup of unflavored protein powder, and 6 ounces of cream cheese. Now add in a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar to our egg whites. Now we're going to fold in our egg white mixture into our egg yolk mixture and making sure to be really gentle, and we're going to do it a half at a time. So we'll set the batter aside and start on our filling. Here we have 1 1/2 cup of almond flour. Add in 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 stick of butter, a 1/2 cup of maple syrup substitute, and a 1/4 cup of erythritol. Now we'll pour our batter into our greased cake pan. Now our cake pan is really greased because Alex insisted on doing it because of our accident with the bump cake last time. So what do you guys think? Is this overly buttered, or do you think this is the perfect amount? I personally think it's a little bit too much, but Alex wants to be super safe.
I'll tell you what, it's not gonna get stuck.
Whatever. All right, now we're gonna pour in our cake batter mixture. All right, so now we're gonna take half of our filling mixture and top it off. So she doesn't really, it is like a dough kind of consistency, but she doesn't say, there's no way we can spread it, so so we're just gonna crumble it on. So you're gonna wanna push it down a little if it's popping out. And then we're going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes, take it out, add our filling, and then put it in for another 20 and enjoy.
Here's our zucchini bread.
Don't call it zucchini bread. What is this again? Coffee cake. Keto coffee cake.
It looks like zucchini bread only because we used hemp protein powder, which happened to be green. It's very natural. Hemp protein powder has a bunch of health benefits, but most protein powders, unflavored especially, are going to be white. So yours will probably look just a little bit different than this. Mmm. Is that it, you think?
What, a coffee cake? No.
Yeah?
No.
No? Why?
Or it's not sweet enough. The cinnamon doesn't come in enough. It reminds me of something and I can't put my finger on it.
It's not French toast?
French toast. It is French toast. That's exactly what it reminds me of. Thank you, you're in my head.
What you might be wanting is maybe like a little bit of brown sugar swerve or
right,
like something on top of it. I think for you that's probably, because for me I think it's perfect. I can see the French toast a little bit, but to me like I really got like a coffee cake taste right off the beginning. Coffee
cake like tends to be like crumbly, like soft and crumbly, and it should have like this like thin, like sticky almost filling.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where it's like there's like a big difference between like really good coffee cake and then like cheap like gas station coffee cake.
Yeah.
I haven't had too much like really good coffee cake, but this is definitely like better than any like Stop and Shop brand that I've bought or something like that that's like more processed. Maybe you have a different standard.
Well, see, like, I mean, my standard isn't that high. It's like Starbucks, but... So what would you rate it for flavor?
I would give it a thumbs up. I think it's very good. Tastes like a coffee cake. I think the flavor is the biggest thing where like I can't really see it getting much better, you know? I think the texture is probably like where it's lacking more so.
Yeah, you've been deprived of like really good coffee cake, because
I'm telling you, I really haven't.
I think like I would still give it a thumbs up. I think it's a good like baseline. It's not like it tastes disgusting or anything. Like it's good. It kind of has that like cinnamon toast crunch, like light flavor, but I wouldn't, I would definitely change a lot of things about it.
A lot of things?
Yeah, I would change, well, I would change how you make it.
Okay, but for flavor, what are you changing?
I'd make it sweeter.
Sweeter.
And like a little bit more cinnamon. I'd give it like a little more kick.
A little more kick?
Yeah, a little more kick.
So, I mean, okay, so if you had a cinnamon brown sugar powdered swerve mix and you put it on top, you'd probably think it'd be good?
Right, if I incorporate it inside of the batter itself, I think I probably would have liked it.
We're gonna take a picture, we're gonna dust it, and she's gonna try it when we're done taking pictures, and we'll write it on text on screen, let you know if now she approves of it, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
cool.
good. Texture.
Texture, I think it's good. It has a nice, good, like thick texture. It might be a little too moist because we probably could have baked it a little bit longer. But other than that, I think it's really good. Maybe the streusel needs work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's definitely too moist. It should be a little bit drier.
What'd you think of the recipe?
The recipe was a little bit confusing. I think for people who write recipes, you should always list your ingredients in some type of order. Like even if you separate them from like filling and base, you should still put the order in which you're putting them in, because it just helps us like kind of connect when we're reading it. It's just a lot of back and forth.
It's a good little tip.
Yeah, that's one. Two, she wasn't very specific when it came to the actual filling. So in the picture, like I said, it looks like it was layered, but she doesn't layer it. So what she says to do is take the filling and put it on top, which, I mean, this mixture is like foamy pretty much because of all the egg whites. So it's very cloud-like. So she doesn't tell me to like, you know, roll it out or anything and place it on top. So it was kind of like, I was kind of to my own devices where I was like, all right, I guess I'll crumble it up a little bit, maybe pat it down.
Just completely guessing.
Right. Even on the topping, it doesn't say to like crumble it or anything. So we're just kind of like, all right, well, I guess I'll do whatever. And it completely didn't come out as a picture, regardless of how green our dough came out. So the recipe itself, I had to look at it like so many times and just like make sure I was doing the right thing, because I mean, I'm very prone to messing things up. So I needed to be like baby steps.
Well, that's the biggest benefit of watching LahvUs, right? Now you know, when you make this, make sure that first filling layer halfway through the cake, second one, crumble it up nice and fine, and consider that dusting of sweetener and cinnamon, right?
I'm trying to incorporate it in it.
Well,
because I mean, with the dusting, it also can give it a different texture too.
I don't know. I feel like I like a dusting on my coffee cake, but regardless.
Whichever.
So thank you, Kiro at recommended.tips. I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna eat it all. Definitely go check her out. Let her know who sent you. Look forward to a few more cake recipes coming your way. Let us know in the comments what your favorite cake recipe is. We might consider making it for you. Don't forget to subscribe and LahvUs.